It's Tuesday the 7th of January 2020 and I'm at West Ruislip to do a walk through Ruislip Woods towards Northwood Hills station. This is the first walk of the new decade. Now heading away from the station along this main road. We pass this sign for Ickenham. Still on the main road. We've now turned right off the main road along this pleasant path. The continuing very pleasant path, although the bleak winter weather means the views are not their best. As you can see, we've been following the Hillingdon Trail. That's pointing back the way I've come, and the Hillingdon Trail turns right here, but we don't, we continue straight on. So we're leaving the Hillingdon Trail. After where the Hillingdon Trail turned off to the right, the path is not paved. Pleasantly wooded in this part. Now walking beside the London Marylebone to High Wycombe Railway. It's just over to the right. At this fork we bear off to the right along something called the Celandine route. Down there. We're going beneath the railway. Confirmation we're going beneath the railway beside a brook as well. One other thing, ground conditions are pretty grim. I thought after a week or so of fairly dry weather they may have improved, but no, it's still very muddy. At this point the walk turns left over the stream. Down there. We cross a road and head up this bridleway. The first part of this bridleway is heavily affected by work for the HS2 high-speed rail line, but you can still get through. The pleasant path continues and it's not too muddy so far. I quite like the effect of the sunlight on that tree trunk ahead. The path is starting to descend and it's getting muddier. After a short walk along a road, we turn left into this bridleway. Not muddy at the beginning, but we'll see what it's like further on. View of the continuing bridleway. We're now entering Bayhurst Wood Country Park. The beautifully wooded Bayhurst Wood Country Park. And there's the bridleway carrying on. Further on and we've rejoined the Hillingdon Trail. That's the way forward. At this point we turn right with the Hillingdon Trail. Up there. The path climbs. Eventually the path heads downhill. We come to the edge of the woods and turn left. We pass this information board about the Hillingdon Trail. The path is now winding down towards a road. Now heading up this field. Beautiful weather now. Now following the edge of these fields. There's a Hillingdon Trail sign. I now need to tell you that I was massively off route on the last few clips over those fields. I was actually following the Hillingdon Trail the wrong way. I've had to walk about a mile along a road to get back on track. The directions are pretty poor in this book. Let's hope I can get the rest of the walk done. We cross this stream. And still following the Hillingdon Trail in the right direction this time. Turn left. At this point, still following Hillingdon Trail, we turn right down there. Now heading through Mad Bess Wood, apparently named after the wife of an 18th century gamekeeper, named by poachers. We now leave Hillingdon Trail, if we're following the route in this book, and go up here. We're heading for a main road now. A few yards along the path in the last clip there's a fork and we go right up there. We come to a car park with this information board about the woods. There's the main road that I mentioned earlier, and I've crossed it, and we now take this path. We're now walking through Copse Wood. Still heading through Copse Wood. After an extremely muddy section, we come to this T-junction with this track and turn right. Now at Ruislip Lido. Now walking across the dam of Ruislip Lido, and there's a fantastic view across the Lido. And this path, this dam, is paved, so there won't be any mud for a while. I am still on the route of the walk. It's not been too bad, the direction, since I rejoined at that road. Another astounding view of the Lido from the dam. On the other side of the dam, we go through this kissing gate into Park Wood. And turn left along here. There's a view down Ruislip Lido from this path in Park Wood, and these paths are very muddy. We now turn right up this path. We now turn left on this path through Park Wood. Continuing along the path through Park Wood. We now head through this kissing gate. After the kissing gate, we get a mud-free path for a while. A view has opened up over to the left. as we continue along this good path. Now crossing this meadow and the mud's back. Great view ahead from the meadow. Now in a sodden Northwood recreation ground. We're right near the end of the walk now. Now on the final path that leads to Northwood Hills tube station. I've got to this after a bit of road walking from the recreation ground. And now at Northwood Hills station and the end of today's walk.